Hey everybody, how you doing? It has been a while since I've been on this, so I kind of wanted to get back on and give you guys a little screen shareage of what I've been up to and what I learned in my second week of Bottega. So basically, the first thing we did this week was finish up the UX UI series that Jordan Hunges was teaching us. Him and can't remember his name for the life of me, but he was in it. So they were talking about a bunch of different stuff, like oh god, the different types of fonts you use can matter, and pictures, and just the way you structure it. And we also had to do some what we called wireframes and flowcharts to kind of understand how a web page works and how to do it, and do it like it's basically a low fidelity wireframe, which kind of gives you a sense of what the page is going to be. So I did really good at that, I felt. And then we got into Python, and we did Python strings, elements. We learned about reduce function, which was in our homework for this weekend. We learned how to import from some different, I guess, libraries to bring in different things like the math and the func tools, which brings in the reduce function, which has been really hard. So I'll go over kind of my homework this week, which the first one was given a list, concat the elements, and return a string. So I guess let's explain it from left to right. So sum underscore list. First of all, that's the snake case, and that's how Python likes its variables and everything. So in Python, you don't have to declare it a variable or a constant or anything like JavaScript or any of the other languages. You don't have to cast what it is to it, basically. Is equal to, and then this is a list or an array or whatever you want to call it in other languages, and it's got H, I, and 5. Now what I need to do to it is I need to put it together and then return a string. So I took and created a new variable called new list, and I set it to single quotations, which is just, that's where it's going to put it into, dot join, and then I'm casting string over the element. So the 5, by doing that, I can turn 5 into a string, and that's the way Python does it. And then the for loop, and then the element. So it's going to take for string element, which is it's going to turn into a string, and it's going to loop through it in the list, and it's going to loop through each one, put it into the string, and then it's going to print the list, which will be high 5. Pretty easy, right? We didn't learn this in class, and I had to do a little research. The second and third one was kind of hard for me, but I got it. So the second one, sort a string and return it in alphabetic order. Okay, I'm like, I've seen that before, right? Hi there. Well, to do it in Python, you have to use a sorted or a sort function, which I had no idea how to do. So I approached it the first way. You know, I made a function, which we haven't got to in class, but I've done it before. And then we've done some functions we haven't got into them yet, but we know what they look like and how to make them, I guess. So, and it's called sorted string, and then it's going to take the argument or parameter of my string. So I set the my string is equal to my string, and then I used the lower method on it so that it would turn all the letters in it, no matter if it was uppercase or lowercase, into lowercase. Okay, and then I created a sorted string, which basically is going to be my string sorter. So what I'm doing is I'm sorting it, so it's sorted, and sorted takes an iterable. So it wants to know what it's sorting, right? So my string, and then I'm stripping it. So by stripping it of all of the spaces in it, which is what this is doing in the parentheses, I am putting it all together, right? So that the sorter function can sort through it, get the A, B, C, D, and put it in that order. And then the next line, I'm sorting it, and then I am bringing it back together into one string. So when I return my string, it brings back the EEHIRT or whatever I put into it. I can put whatever I want into it. Now, I kind of want to step further. I've been having issues getting the reduce function because it does take in some different stuff. So what I did was I created a function called sorted string, and I passed it the parameter or argument of string. And then I took a variable called string, and I set it equal to string.strip. And I'm stripping the spaces off it and then turning it into lowercase. The reason I'm doing that is because with the sorted function, it's a lot easier to sort through it when it's all the same case. If not, it will put it in case by case basis. So having it all in the same case, it will make it work a lot easier. So I'm returning single quotes, which is going to be the string I'm putting it into, dot join, so join, and then it's going to reduce it, right, the reduce function, right, lambda, which is basically saying that I'm making it a function. One of the arguments or parameters is a, and then also b, right. Well, what b's doing is it's adding a plus b, right. So, and then it's also going to sort the string. So basically it's a function within a function that is going to sort the string, add it to it, and make sure that it is in alphabetical order, and that's what it's going to return. That's how I look at it. I'm like, you know, you can use the total or whatever. The total, I think it's like total and element, but the A and B method makes me understand it better. You can do with this reduce method, you can use addition, multiplication, division, pretty much exponents, whatever you want like to it, and it will run it through it as long as you give it the right function and the right thing to do. The third one, so as you can see, I printed a bunch of stuff to see if it would work. What I threw in there, and it would run through step by step and then print out what I wanted. Which at the end of this, I'm going to run it through so you can see. The third one was I had to write a program that splits a hyphen separated string and returns a new hyphen separated string where the words are in alphabetical order. I.e. red, green, black, white will return black, green, red, and white. So by me doing that, this was the hardest for me because I had no idea. Like, I had to do some research, and I finally figured out that you can kind of do like the sorting method, or you can put them, you can have in like a list type thing. You can turn to a list and have it run a loop in there and split the items for you, right, at the hyphenated, and then you bring it back, and then you sort it, and then you bring it back together. So here's what I did. After that, I did the hyphen string is what I called it, and then a for a in string dot split. Okay, so a is my a is what I'm doing, right, is what's coming in, right, the string or whatever, and then it's going to take that a, run a for loop in the string dot split. Okay, so it's going to split it at the hyphens and then flip through it. So basically what I'm having it do is it's splitting it at the hyphens and then it's filtering it through, right, getting it ready. Okay, so it's going to have it all sorted at the hyphens, okay, and then I'm having the hyphen string sorted into alphabetical order per the words, and then it's being returned joined with the hyphen back in it, and that's what's getting printed out. Okay, so when I do red, green, black, white, boom, that's what's coming back. It's coming back black, green, red, white. So I will come down here, and I think it's this, nope, wrong one, I get pushed. So I'm going to do pi, which is what I do on my system, and then home, I believe I have to go into my homework, yep, and then homework week 2, okay. So I'm going to run it. Oh crap, I need to quiet. And as you can see, high five from the first one. All those ones, they put it in alphabetical order and black, green, red, and white. So it worked. So basically, yeah, that was very tough for me. It took me a little while, but I got it. We learned about numbers and all this stuff I have put on my GitHub page. So if anybody wants to look at it, I'll leave the link to my GitHub below, and you can look at anything I've done. This is the kind of stuff we do in the class, and it's really helping me. The challenges are and the quizzes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna add a kind of front part to this, but yeah. There you go. That was my second week in class, and this is my homework. This is kind of what I'm doing, so I really am enjoying it. It's exciting. I have a great class that I'm in there with, and it is just amazing how a good teacher and a good class can make things seem so much easier. So I've gotten really lucky with all this, and I don't regret anything. I'm putting a lot on the line for this, and I am loving the decision I made. Yes, it's tough. Yes, there's a lot of work for me to do behind the scenes, but guess what? I'm learning, and I'm hoping to, by the end of this, have a job in doing something in the programming field, either software programming, front end, back end. I don't care. I like them both, and I got a knack for both. So if you have any questions, leave a comment, like, share it, and let me know what you think. I appreciate everything, guys, and everybody that's watched it and liked it and stuff from, Career Karma, and I'm going to be posting this up on my LinkedIn page. So if you have any questions or just want to talk, let me know, okay? I appreciate everything, guys, and have a great day, and, remember, Captain America's butt is America's butt.